Hello everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. So I came across this article, Massachusetts cop's wife faked home robbery, blamed Black Lives Matter, police say. So we have another pale skin monkey lying bitch, lying on black people again, lying on Black Lives Matter. It's really comical how many of these pale skin monkey retards, known as Caucasian people, you can call them Neanderthals. There's some other chick that calls them the evil albinoids. And that's what they are, evil pieces of shit. Y'all a bunch of devils. I'm not a religious person, but you people are the devil. Y'all the most evilest, sickest, treacherous ass people on the planet, especially Caucasian females. They always lie about some bullshit. Especially if she's a cop or married to a fucking cop. Let me read this article. Millbury, Massachusetts. The wife of Millbury, Massachusetts police officer is accused of faking a robbery and vandalizing the couple's home, CBS Boston reports. Police say on October 17, 2016, Maria Daly reported a burglary at the family home, saying jewelry and money had been stolen. She also reportedly said that her house was tagged with graffiti that appeared to reference Black Lives Matter movement. According to Millbury Police Chief Donald Descurry, I think that's the name, investigators have determined the entire account was false. Something wasn't quite right, said Descurry. I think that's pretty obvious, and as a result of the investigation, the officers did their due diligence and followed through with the investigation that we had. Basically came to the conclusion that it was fabricated. No shit, said Descurry. There is no intruder. There is no burglary. Just after she filed the police report, Daly took to social media saying, "We woke up. Not only our house being robbed while we were sleeping, but this hatred for no reason." The chief says Daly's husband, Officer Daniel Daly, was not involved in this deception and has been exonerated. That's bullshit. He should be charged. Isn't that aiding and abetting? I mean, you're protecting a criminal. Even if he didn't know about it, he knew about some vandalism going on, and he should have arrested that fucking bitch. I don't give a damn if it's his fucking wife. That is wrong as hell on so many levels. But I digress. It's a story generating a lot of reaction in town. She must have had tagged the place herself when they said, "I don't know why you do that. If you're going to stage a robbery, I mean, really, come on. You're a cop's wife. You should know better." Maria Daly faces charges of false police report and misleading the police investigation. No. See, this is what I'm talking about, white privilege. Especially white female privilege. These bitches, that bitch knew what the fuck she was doing. She should be not only be charged with making a false police report and misleading police, but that bitch should be charged with a fucking hate crime. Because my question is, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you Caucasian people, especially you Caucasian bitches. Why do y'all have so much hatred for Black Lives Matter? If you don't agree with the Black Lives Matter movement, then that's okay. But my thing is, it's funny how y'all don't agree with, some of y'all have no damn problem with the feminist movement because y'all benefit off the feminist movement. You don't have no problem with the White Lives Matter movement. Y'all don't have a problem with All Lives Matter when it don't include all lives. It only includes Caucasian people only. Y'all don't have. What about the gay movement? Some of y'all are claiming that you're against homosexuality. What about the gay movement? LGBT. But y'all don't come after the gay movement. Y'all don't come after the feminist movement. And they have done some questionable bullshit. Y'all don't come after the when Jewish people have their fucking movement. Y'all don't come after the Latinos who have their fucking movement. Y'all don't come after the Asian people when they have their fucking movement. Probably don't have to because y'all don't fucking bother them like y'all do us. The reason why Black Lives Matter was put into effect because we're essentially saying that our lives matter too. We know all lives matter, but the fact of the matter is, to the justice system, to you racist pieces of shit Caucasian folks, they're saying, what people of color are saying is that we're just as human as you. Actually, we're more human than you. Y'all monkeys. Y'all got Neanderthal DNA. You're not human. Okay? Y'all beasts. Y'all cave beasts. Y'all came from fucking caves. So you're not fucking human. Your life shouldn't matter in the first goddamn place because based on the history and the stuff that you have done, and don't give me that bullshit, well, I had nothing to do with what my ancestors did. Yes, you did, because you're reaping the benefits of what your evil forefathers and mothers have done. Y'all have benefited off of genocide, enslavement, colonialism, rape and pillage, pedophilia, just naming people, killing people, all these evil atrocities that Caucasian people have done. Essentially, I'll say that again. You are reaping the benefits of enslaving people of color, enslaving and killing off indigenous people, and trying to enslave them too, which y'all had to enslave. You don't know why talks about that in the history books. Colonialism, stealing, raping, pillaging, evil atrocities of what y'all done to children, women, and what y'all have done to men, obviously. Y'all benefited off the evil atrocities of maiming and all other fucked up shit that y'all have done to steal resources and reap the benefits of stealing, murdering, raping, and pillaging, and committing brutal genocide and enslavement of people of color across the globe. Y'all need to take responsibility for you oppressing others. Okay? People of color have more of a heart than a Caucasian person. Y'all hate them when I say, oh, y'all say, it's like y'all cannot handle criticism. Y'all don't take no personal responsibility for what the fuck y'all do. Y'all do the most evilest, asinine, heinous shit to every damn body. But when somebody speaks out and say, hey, this is wrong, hey, don't treat me like that, y'all can't handle it. When we hold you accountable and confront you with some bullshit that you're doing, you can't handle being criticized and having the white light shine on you. You want to portray yourself as progressive, as an angel, agreeable, sweet and loving, easy to get along with, good person, when you're not, when the majority of you Caucasian people are not good people. Okay? tell me what, I mean, y'all have a problem with Black Lives Matter because you don't believe, because the truth of the matter is you don't believe so-called black people's lives matter. The justice system and the police and you racist Caucasian citizens and other ethnicities that don't like so-called black people think our lives don't matter. Y'all don't see us as human beings, especially Caucasian people. You're saying is that you don't value Nubian people's lives. You don't value the lives of people of color. The only thing you care about is yourself. You only value your people, but you don't value nobody else's people. You care about your own culture. You don't have a culture because you steal everything from everybody else and make it your own culture. You're culture vultures. You're the biggest thieves, you're the biggest murderers, the biggest rapists, the biggest pedophiles. You commit genocide. You have damn near destroyed the fucking planet and polluted every goddamn thing. Everything you touch has turned to shit. But the minute somebody says, hey, we matter too, we are human beings, don't treat us like that. Don't hurt us. Don't leave us alone. Don't bother us. You can't handle that. Y'all want to make Black Lives Matter as a terrorist organization. Y'all say, well, we don't agree with what you're doing. Well, what the fuck do you want us to do? Well, you just want us to sit back and shut up and jump when you say jump and suffer in silence. Y'all see us as fucking slaves, even though y'all never been a fucking slave master in this day and time. You understand what I'm telling you? You are a bigot. You think you're superior. You got a God complex. You think you can go around lying to people, deceiving people, playing with their emotions and feelings and hurting people for no fucking reason, killing people for no fucking reason, and you think it's funny, you think it's cool. You think it's cool to lie on somebody and lie to them and destroy their fucking life because you get a fucking power trip. And that's what a lot of Caucasian women do. As along with their fucking man. Like I'm saying is that, tell me what a Black Lives Matter has done to you people. Black Lives Matter has never terrorized anybody. Black Lives Matter has never enslaved anybody, terrorized anybody, destroyed anybody's culture and language and foundation and stole their land. Black Lives Matter has never done that. We never terrorized. We never lynched anybody, raped anybody, killed anybody. And I'm not saying I'm a part of Black Lives Matter, so don't get it twisted. You people have never been brutalized and violated and never been a victim of any form of injustice to hate Black Lives Matter. The problem is that y'all hate the fact that you don't want to be, you are a bully, but you don't want to be stood up to. You have a problem with acknowledging somebody who's equal to you and actually better than you. If you're so damn superior to everybody else, especially people of color, you wouldn't be doing these bitch ass tactics. Okay? How would you feel if a so-called black person or a non-Caucasian person did pull this stunt right here and said all lives matter, did that, or Black Lives Matter, the Klan did it, these other Caucasian supremacist groups did this shit. If somebody lied on y'all will have a hissy fit. You will lose your shit. But this bitch just wants to play fucking victim. She wants attention. She was trying to get somebody in jail. She has the problem with the so-called Black Lives Matter movement because of the fact that she sees the error of her ways, of her people's ways. So she wants to bring the movement down. You don't bring them. If you want to bring Black Lives Matter down, to be honest with you, stop telling these racist cops to stop profiling and stop killing us. Tell your people to stop discriminating against us, profiling us, killing us, lying on us like you Caucasian females do to brothers and to people of color, period. Especially Caucasian women, y'all are the biggest liars. Tell your people to stop lying on us, making these false accusations that aren't true. This is just unacceptable. I mean, y'all people don't like to be held accountable for the error of your ways. You should be focused on white on white crime. Well, I'll show you right now. This is your issue. So-called white on white crime. Father and son who kidnapped mother and her 4 teen daughters are now charged with murdering Utah rail worker. I don't know what's allowed to click on play.
A father and son on the run from police after tying up 5 women in a Utah basement, abducted and killed a rail line worker, beating him so severely that he was unrecognizable when his body was found in Wyoming. Flint Wayne Harrison and his son, Derek James DJ Harrison, were charged in Wyoming with first-degree murder and kidnapping in the death of Kay Porter Ricks, 63. The Harrison snatched Ricks during his May 12th shift, maintaining Salt Lake City's light rail system after hiding out a few miles away during a police manhunt. The Harrisons already faced charges that they held a mother and her 4 teenage daughters captive after heavily using methamphetamine because they wrongly believed the woman turned them into authorities.
I'm back. You see, you notice how they don't call Caucasian criminals thugs, savages, and a disgrace. They just gloss over it and just make excuses for them and rationalize it and give them a pass. Because that's white privilege. You see this bitch right here? Again, I'm going to dig in this story real quick. Cedar Hill, Texas. Investigators say the wife of a Dallas middle school science teacher has been arrested for allegedly helping her husband clean up blood and end up with murder. He is accused of committing after a Halloween party. Mansfield City jail records show that Carrie's health wife, Tammy Heath, was being held Friday on charge of tampering with physical evidence. Her bond is set at $5,000. But I want to show you a double standard right here. Fort Worth police arrested her on Tuesday in connection of last Sunday's slayings of Daniel Derek Horrells and Philip Michael Evans, who were repeatedly the couple's neighbors. Carrie Heath, 35, was charged with capital murder of multiple persons and arrested Monday at Perimeter Middle School in Cedar Hill. His bond is at $1 million. Why, if she's involved, my thing is, before I even finish, if she's involved with covering up a murder, why come she got a $5,000 bond? It should be clear that her husband got $1 million. That ain't right. It should be damn near close. That's what I'm saying. But I'll go on. An arrest affidavit for Carrie Heath, obtained by CSDFW, says in minutes after the shooting, Heath ran into his neighbor's home, handed his 1-year-old child to a neighbor and said, "This is the last time I will see that baby. I killed 2 people." He allegedly also told his wife about the killings and told her that she needed to clean up blood out of their gun safe, the station reports. The next day, she reportedly returned to school to teach class. As the student tells CBS DFW that Carrie seemed Completely normal. This is what I'm talking about. Completely normal. Y'all, these Caucasian folks, not all, but a lot of them do treacherous ass shit like this. That'll be lying to people, destroying their lives, killing and murdering, destroying their lives, and doing all kinds of evil shit. But they don't. But they have no guilt. As for, it was just a regular day at school. He was reportedly arrested later that day in the campus parking lot after the students left. Investigators are seeking a motive for the killings. According to the affidavit, the two victims had a short and physical chat with Heath and his wife at a Halloween party before Hurls and Evans walked home, the station reports. Kerry Heath then allegedly went to his home and molested and lit a neighbor's gunshots. Breaking, the wife of a teacher accused of double murder, was also arrested. Sources say Tiffany is accused of tampering with evidence. Brittany Johners. Britt Johners, CBS. You see the date. The two victims were later shot to death outside nearby home. They also sustained blunt force trauma to the head. Excuse me. The station reports. Online jail records did not list the attorney for Tiffany Heath, but she reportedly posted a bond on the release of custody and has been placed on administrative leave. No, the bitch should be fucking fired. There we go. This is a short one, so I'm going to just knock it out the park. Cops. Man admits to killing his girlfriend after she rejected his marriage proposal. Greensburg, Indiana. A Greensburg man is facing a murder charge after allegedly admitting to killing his girlfriend after she declined his marriage proposal. CBS affiliate WTV. According to court documents, Jason Elton, 43, walked into the Greensburg Police Department on Tuesday with a woman and asked to talk to an officer. He told the officer that he killed his girlfriend, later identified as Wendy Sabinti. I think that's how you say her name. Officers were sent to their home and to have a son who reportedly fought on his mother's work. And he just arrived from home from school at an internship. The station reports that Sabatini's body was found in the bedroom. Police say she died from an apparent gunshot to her head. Firearm found bedroom and seized by officers. Ethan was determined to the police station. He spoke with officers and said he approached her in the bedroom with an engagement ring and asked her to marry him. She declined. Before he was able to ask, Eaton allegedly said he retrieved a gun from a nightstand and shot her in the head from behind. Eventually left home and went home of the woman who he went to the police department with. He allegedly told her he messed up and said that he thought he killed Sabini. In addition to the murder charge, Eaton faces firearm sentencing enhancement. It's funny how he's not called a thug. She's not called a thug, and her husband ain't called a thug, and they don't dig up personal information or how they were at school or what kind of problems they had at work, or they don't bring up anything negative about these characters. But when it comes to people of color, particularly so-called black people, we are the thugs, we are the savages, and we are the terrorists. The reason, and this is, I mean, basically what I just showed y'all was white on white crime. You people, you Caucasian folks, need to worry about cleaning your own house. Quit telling us how to clean our house and how we should protest and how we should fight your system, the racist Caucasian supremacist system in the so-called white power structure. I mean, you have Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, saying he's not going to participate in the national anthem, and y'all go ape shit. Other people are doing similar things, not getting involved in the national anthem and sitting out instead of standing. Y'all go ape shit. We do a peaceful protest. Y'all still want to kill us and still make excuses. You people are not a progressive group. Y'all pass down the same evil, the same hatred for us, and you don't know why. You were told to hate us to maintain your supremacy. But y'all talk about all lives matter. You know, like I said before, if somebody said, if a so-called black person did what this bitch did and said all lives matter, or white lives matter, or the KKK did this, y'all would make you and hang that person by their toenails. And you notice that how they're protecting her image. You know why? Even though she's married to a cop, because that she will get the shit beat out of her. And I hope someone does beat the shit out of her. More like, I hope she dies from fucking cancer, from fucking AIDS, from fucking chlamydia, whatever the fuck, from some kind of terminal illness and suffer. Karma's gonna come back and bite you in the ass, bitch. But I'm tired of you people lying and hating on so-called Black Lives Matter when they're essentially saying that all lives matter too. That bitch should be charged, should be locked up in jail with a fucking felony and have to go to counseling, because normal people don't do this stuff. But Caucasian people will rationalize and make excuses because the truth of the matter is she's racist. Mrs. Daly is a racist bitch. And that's all I gotta say. So I hope she gets the electric chair, or somebody takes her out and puts her on life support in the hospital. I'm out of here. Peace. You have a good night.